Here's our first MOC that we've worked on together. Zach and I worked on it, right, Zach?
Yep. I built the house and started working on the terrain.
And then I finished the terrain and set up all the people. So here's just an overview. And now we'll move on to a different part.
The first part I built was the house. It's kind of meant to look like it was painted plaster, but the paint's mostly missing. And on the front it has a door with a stone doorway. And the door mostly opens and closes. There's a small stone porch on the front with most of its railing. And then on the side, I made it so that a small part of the wall can be taken out so you can see inside of it. And the roof will come off somewhat easily. And then you can take the wall out. So yeah, then you can just put stuff inside of it, kind of, and see what's happening. And then on the back of the house, it's just mostly normal, except part of the wall is missing. And then there's the last side, which has the chimney. And the wizard is sitting on top of the smoke coming out of the chimney, because he's a wizard. The next thing I built was the terrain. At the bottom you can see there is a lake with a stream coming off of it that ends up splitting and going two different ways. And then around that there are a few hills with a bunch of rocks on them and such. And then I started building those and Nate finished them.
All I really did was on the back of them, they were just off here. There was no back, and it was showing the interior of the hills. And I just built those up and finished a few details around this part of the stream and added like the lily pads and the frogs, a few flowers. That was pretty much it. Then the only other part I did was set up all the people and a few extra pieces here and there, like a chicken. I just put a chicken there. And then here at the back of the house, the guy was using his toolbox and his tools in there to fix it. And then there's a rat under the house. And then otherwise it's just some training equipment the guy had. So he's like a old veteran from an army, so he wants to keep up with his fitness and his skills. So he's got a target here, and then two testing dummy type things. And the rest of it is just people. So we already showed the wizard. Of course he's drinking his tea. And then this guy, he just came out of his house, leaving the door still open, and he's being attacked by him. And then the rest of them are coming. And since they're mercenaries, of course we have a Viking. And yeah, there's an archer. And just a bunch of random people here and there. This guy already got hit by a spear. And yeah, so that's the MOC. These are all of the LEGO minifigures that were used in this MOC. So I've got the mercenaries and these other two people. So, the old man, he's, I think he looks pretty cool. He's got a sword, a spear, and a knife on his back. He's wearing some pretty cool looking armor. And then we've got the wizard. As always, he's drinking his tea. He's got a spear and a cape on. He always looks cool. And then with the mercenaries, we've got our Viking. And then just a bunch of scary looking people with random weapons, and then an archer. So those are all of the people that I used.